So today we've got the Coachman Avocet, it's the 630, it's 2019. These are based on the Coachman Vision but spec'd up with quite a lot of extras. We're going to show you where everything is, what it's got and how to work everything. So we're going to start on the outside, and we've got an external barbecue point with our little lid to cover that. External locker, so here we've got a little 230 volt socket that will give us power to the outside. It's right round on the corner. So that will give us power out into the awning. Room for 2 gas bottles. This is set up for the propane, so we're on the reverse thread, so that's just going to screw into your red gas bottle. We're on the 13-pin electrics, and we've got the Alco stabilised hitch. We've got the Truma heating, so our boiler flue is here. Our water inlet, so this is where we're going to plug our water pump and drop it into the water container. And then we've got our leisure battery, 230 in. External aerial point, so if you go to a site and they've got external or power aerial points on there, you can go straight in. And then the little key switch for our motor mover. Now, this has got the 4-wheel drive motor mover that's been fitted on by the previous customer. All of our wastewater is going to come out of our outlets just here, and then at the back here we've got our cassette toilet. So we've got the fill for our flush water, and then the actual cassette is just here at the bottom. Just up above here is the drain off for our cassette flush water, so in the winter we're going to make sure that this is drained off. Inside of this Coachman Avocet we've got our little control panel, so we've got our main 12 volt on and off, we've got our water pump, our internal lights and our awning light on and off. We've got a little battery volt indicator which will light up at the top. Our next button along is actually a redundant button, so that's not wired into anything at all. Now, when we first come into the Caravan, we're going to want to get our gas through the system, our water through the system, so we'll need to connect up our water pump on the outside into our inlet. We'll drop that into the Aquarol, and we can then put our water pump on above the door. But before we do that, just underneath of this seat, we've got our drain off valve. So through the winter, we're going to want to drain the Caravan down with these 2 switches in the upright position as they are now. Open all of your taps and that will start to drain the system down for you. And then when we come back in, we need to pop these in the flat position, plug our pump in, and now we can put our water pump on above the door and start getting that water through the system. So we literally just press our water pump button and that will put the power through. We'll then get our gas through the system. So once we've connected our gas bottles at the front, we'll start on our hob. We'll start with our rings, and we'll literally press these in, get the gas coming through, and then hit our igniter. It's going to take about 30 seconds to start bleeding that gas through and get all the air out. We'll light these 3 up, and then we'll go ahead and light up our grill and then our oven. That is just going to make life a little bit easier when we come to light up our fridge, our heating system, our hot water system on the gas, and it's just going to light up a little bit quicker. We have also got the electric ring on this one, which is controlled by our first control knob here. And again, always make sure these are fully cooled down before we put this glass lid down. We've then got our fridge. So to turn our fridge on and off, we've got the little black power button on the side. Our left hand button we can then toggle through from automatic, the 230 volt, our battery on the car when we're towing, or onto our gas. And then to control how cold the fridge gets, our right hand button here, and this will just go through the temperatures. To turn the fridge back off again, it's literally hold our on and off button in. We've got the extractor fan, so to lift up our lid, we just turn that one up. We hit our middle button, and then to extract out, we can control the speed. Or if we want it blowing into the Caravan, we'll come back into the middle setting, let that stop, and then we can reverse that, and then start having that blow cool air into the Caravan itself. Back off in the middle, and always just make sure that you close that roof vent fully down before you travel. Our heating and hot water system, so now that we've got our water through the Caravan, we can put our heating and hot water system on. To wake this system up, we press our middle button, Our first control is our internal heating, so it's either off or then we can set the temperature of what we want the Caravan to be inside. Once we've got all of that water through, and always make sure that you've got your hot water tank full of water before you put your hot water on. But then to turn this on, we've either got off, eco, hot, or a boost setting. So the boost will run it for about 30 minutes and then drop back onto our hot setting. And then we've got our eco, which is a low power setting. Back to the beginning, it is off. So again, you just literally set that to the temperature that you want it to. On the power settings, so we've either got electric 1, electric 2, or a mix of 2, so that's gas and electric on a high setting, gas and electric on a low setting, or just gas. To confirm what we want to use, we just click that in, and that will then start powering the system on which we want to use. Our fan button then, so with our heating, we can have the fan going on eco, high, or a boost, and that will just be the speed of the fan putting the heat through the Caravan. To turn everything back off, it's literally just come back down and into the off setting. Same with our hot water, back into the off setting. In the summer, we can just have the fan all on its own. So once everything is off, so we've turned our heating off, we've turned our hot water off, and now we've come just to our fan, we can then put it on vent and select from 1 to 10. And that will then just put a fan through the Caravan and blow cool air around through the summer. To turn that back off is just back into the off setting. One click back and that goes back to our original setting. The lighting in this coachman, we've got lots of switches around. So we've got not only our internal button above the door, but then we've got light switches on our top panel for our top lighting. Each cupboard set of lighting either side has got a light switch on and off. And then our individual spotlights, one spot will just light up the little surround, and then the second switch will actually put our spot on. Third one will be back off, and that's the same with all of our spotlights. We've got some little under counter lighting, same on the kitchen, and the light switch for that is here. And then moving into the bathroom, we've got our pull cord on the left hand side as we walk in, and that will put all of our lights on for us. We've got then the cassette toilet at the very back, so the blue button is going to put our flush water through for us, and then to let everything through we've got our little grey button, so we slide that across and that will let everything through and into the actual cassette itself.
Lovely big bathroom, isn't that?
Massive washroom, really good washroom.
Huge.
Yeah, really good. We have got our microwave as well, so again we've got our stop clear, our clock and timer, and then our 30-second quick start, and we can then do our different settings with our wheel in the middle. Always just try and remember when we come to travel to remove this microwave plate and probably either pop it underneath one of the seats or into the actual sink, and that will just keep it nice and safe and stop it from doing any damage to our glass lids as we travel through. Hopefully that has shown you all the little info and details about this Coachman Avocet and shown you how to work everything. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.